TV. It's time for the debate.
Arnab Goswmi on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Quick Heal Secrite, Policy Bazaar, Kuchina.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. We are heading to the second phase of the general election on Friday. And as we are heading into it, polarization, politics, appeasement is becoming a subtle trend. And before I go to Madhavi Latha today, who is now increasingly high-profile, sometimes controversial BJP candidate from Hyderabad for the Lok Sabha, taking on Owaisi, there is a story that brought Indians together in their demand for justice. Ladies and gentlemen, but what the politicians must realize is that despite an election going on, there is a country that continues to be governed. And that is why when I see the heart-wrenching case, and I'm going to talk about this later, into the debate of Neha Hiremat. We'll go to Madhavi Latha later so we can change the top band on that. When I see the case which we are speaking about right now, so we'll go to the visuals later of Madhavi Latha. I think the appropriate visuals should also be playing there, otherwise it'll be misunderstood, producers. The case of Neha Hiremat is what I'll be looking at a little later on the show today. She's the daughter of a Congress councillor in Karnataka, stabbed to death, and her father saying that he's suspecting love jihad. In this case, I believe it is the moral duty of those in power to stand by and rally together to ensure all angles, including the love jihad angle, are under probe. And I believe that no chief minister, including Mr. Siddaramaiah, has the right to leap in and say that it's a fallout of personal reasons. A government cannot be in knee-jerk mode to an act of lawlessness. We cannot deny or taint or sacrifice unfiltered justice because the perpetrator is from a particular community and the victim is from another. The names of a perpetrator and a victim cannot decide which political narrative is fixated around it, because that's what I call denial of justice. If you see what's happening in Karnataka, the Congress government's response to the attack on a shop owner for playing the Hanuman Chalisa, if you see the reaction to the Pakistan Zindabad Rao by the same Congress government, and if you see their response to the Rameshwaram cafe blast, and if you see their response to the brutal murder of Neha, one thing stands consistent in Karnataka, that the Congress party's immediate response is to play things down if they feel it will affect one of their vote bank or dismiss it as some sort of personal dispute or Lone Ranger type of argument. Viewers, that's why the Neha Hiremat case is my focus in debate number 3 this evening. Now let me go across to Madhavi Latha. Starting today, I will be looking at a few controversial candidates. As part of my election focus, the BJP's Hyderabad candidate, K. Madhavi Latha, has now been booked for hurting the sentiments of the Muslim community. This comes after she gestured to shoot an arrow towards a place of worship during the Ram Navami procession on the 17th of April. The video was widely circulated on social media last week, which the BJP claims is an incomplete video. Madhavi Latha's contender and AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has alleged that the gesture was made in front of a mosque, and she therefore was trying to show that she will shoot arrows towards a mosque. And on that and many other issues, I'm joined by Madhavi Latha herself. Thank you for joining us. It's a really heated campaign, and I can see some great door-to-door campaigning that you are doing, Madhavi Latha ji. It's good to speak to you. And I've been watching how you've been making the headlines with your active campaigning, with your style, your controversies. But you seem to be attracting almost one controversy a day. Why is that? Why do you think you're attracting so much attention positive and negative, both?
That's a very nice question, though. Positive is because there's a lot of energy and truth and injustice that had happened all these years in the constituency is being told to the voters, enlightening them what is actual reality at the ground level. Now, controversy is because when the truth comes out, it definitely hurts and pinches people who have been winning all these years this seat on false statements and on false grounds. It's but for inevitable for them to feel the way they were feeling. I think it's like till now nobody has come to really open up their the book which has so many accounts of deeds that they have done and which are very much not in favor of public and their development.
Now I see that video there. You had a video, I just playing it there. It's a 10-second video. You're standing, campaigning. Can I play that video, please, Aditi? This is not the video. Let's play the right one, please. The one we were playing earlier. Now in that video, you are seen dressed in saffron, pretending, can I play it full frame, pretending to shoot an arrow from a quiver, which you say is an imaginary arrow from an imaginary quiver, and then you're firing that imaginary weapon from your imaginary quiver towards the direction of a mosque. What were you trying to indicate there? I mean, please don't tell me that was not understood to you, that what you were trying to indicate towards your core constituency.
I am not here to say something which I don't believe in or which I do. I am not somebody who talks something that's not right. If you can just go back to that video, we all have to know that anywhere in the frame, do you see a mosque? If you go to the multiple angles of that same video, how many ever are possible you can get from the market today through social media, none of the angles ever you will find mosque there. In a particular one video where you find mosque is just because the entire mobile phone has been panned towards the mosque after the act. Otherwise, you do not find mosque anywhere in the single frame, me and the mosque together. Now, if you want to pan a camera,
was there a mosque in the direction that you were pointing at? Was there a mosque in the direction you were pointing at?
Absolutely not. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like your camera is pointing me.
Us direction mein, is there a mosque anywhere in that direction?
Right now your camera is pointing me. Absolutely not. There is a lane. There is an open lane. And that too, my arrow was, if you can just stand in the place I am, the arrow was almost into the sky. The arrow was almost into the sky. Not into an angle anywhere that you can just catch a monument or catch in a building. And Ram Ban there means a barn of prosperity. I'll give you one more incident. During Ramzan, I went to participate in Hazrat Ali Ji's Julus. I put a garland there. Now, if I can do that, why would I want to come and put a Ramban on a masjid? People should be insane. Even try to make kind of conclusion like that, because the whole event was celebrating Sri Ram Navami. Agar aap patake jala rahe ho, if you're trying to burn a cracker on occasion of Diwali, you can't be saying that you're trying to burn something, right? It was a happy moment. It's like beyond somebody's even understanding how somebody can
Is Owaisi trying to position himself opposite you? Is Asaduddin, why is Asaduddin Owaisi so interested in fighting only you? He is not looking at any other candidate. He has only one target. That is you. At least in public perception, it looks like that. Is it like that? Is it like that? He seems to refer to you at least 10 times a day. Why is that? He said here that on Madhavi Latha, he says, that imaginary arrow was not pointed at any mosque. That imaginary arrow of Madhavi Latha was pointed against the peace and tranquility of Hyderabad. It shows that the BJP is intent on destroying the peace of Hyderabad. He's giving you a lot of publicity. He has also said it was done to weaken the peace among Hindus and Muslims in Hyderabad. And he has gone on to say that if you feel even a little bit of pain, you should vote not for the sake of the party, but for that ibadatgah, for the prayer house. So he is wherever he is going, he is saying that you are pointing the arrow towards the mosque. He's not letting go of this.
Unfortunately, Asaduddin has lost any good statement to utter as part of his campaigning. He is probably the only person who has no manifesto. Kuch manifesto hai to. If he would have had any manifesto, he would have spoken like, we'll do this good things, we'll do that good things. He's a one sole guy, unfortunately, a best parliamentarian awarded, who has no manifesto. Now, the only manifesto you can have is tir or baan, which never existed and which never went towards a masjid. He himself, in 40 years, landed up Old City to so much of backwardness that I would say, when something is not developed, it at least becomes a stagnant. Unfortunately, it is not even stagnant. Hyderabad Lok Sabha Parliament has moved back. It has moved back in such a sheer backwardness. Now he has nothing else to talk about. That is what I am saying. Other than eat beef, kato beef, Madhavi Latha ka tir, does he have anything else to talk? I am surprised. This is how a barrister talks. That's it. This is his knowledge. This is it he wants to give the constituency. And both he talks provoking Muslims. So according to him, the 40% or 50% that they claim Hindus are, doesn't make any sense for him, are of no value for him. And he is like one more Razakar. He's showing up his character. He's showing up what he is. That is what the Razakars wanted then. That only it will become a Muslim state.
Does he have the entire Muslim?
That is what he is also landing up doing his constituency.
Does he not have the support of the entire? Does he not have the support of the entire Muslim community in Hyderabad? Does he not? I saw you campaigning.
No, he doesn't.
Videos of your campaigning. I saw you going among the Muslim community.
No, he doesn't.
Do you have any support among the Muslim community?
I'll tell you why he doesn't. Are you asking, do I have support?
Both.
Arnabji,
I'm asking you whether he has
support
or doesn't.
I have.
I have two questions. My first question is that Hyderabad, family bastion almost of Asaduddin Owaisi, Akbaruddin Owaisi, Owaisi, stronghold, unbeatable, unbroken, vanquishable by anyone. Madhavi Latha gets a lot of prominence, is being talked about, but then she cannot break into Owaisi's stronghold. She may give him a tough fight, but she can't defeat him because he's got the entire Muslim community backing him. So he's going to position you as anti-Muslim to polarize even more of the Muslim vote around himself. That's his clear strategy. So I want your response to that first before I go to my next.
He has no support of entire Muslims with him, for which I can give you a very small glimpse example. This is siyasat.com, a news agency where you can see that Telangana 75% of Waqf property under encroachment. And this is the Hajj building, which is also the Waqf board office. 75% of the Waqf board properties have been encroached. And to the greater extent, you will be surprised, Telangana State Waqf Board declares here that the total acreages only in Telangana, I'm not talking about Andhra and Telangana together, is 77,000 538 acres of Waqf board land is there. This is the circle. And out of which 57,423 acres of Waqf board property is under encroachment, where the land has been given to private builders and these people have made their money out of it. Every Muslim is aware of this. Every Muslim is aware of this. The property eaten away by these people. No Muslim is happy there. That is the reason, because I am pulling out these truths. He has only 2 statements to talk, to just provoke the young youth who are uneducated and who have no clue what they are doing. 2 things. Eat beef काटो, माधवी लता का तीर. इस 2 के अलावा उनके पास कुछ भी सच्चाई नहीं है. And people
but you have also said
know
that he has got connections with
that
ISIS. Why don't you prove it? Why don't you prove it? You're also making very grandiose statements. You've said that look at Asaduddin Owaisi's friendship with people from the Islamic State. Now that's a very serious charge. You're accusing a member of parliament of connections with a terrorist group. It's quite direct. You have not left anything to the imagination.
There is nothing
what's the
that
proof you have of that?
there is nothing that outward. There is nothing that I am trying to say this. The basic contention itself is this way, that it is a very open statement of in a newspaper. Excuse me. In a statement in a newspaper, very clearly,
carry on.
And it was even told by the government here also at the then, when he has extended legal support and sympathy for the ISIS agents who have been caught. Now I would only ask, as a public representative and as a parliamentarian, does it anywhere make a person glorified, and does it talk about his wisdom if he is trying to extend legal help to ISIS agent, while the same person doesn't extend any kind of legal help to those small little girls, Muslim Pasmanda girls, who are being trapped or getting married by Arabs, by very old Muslim men, and have been taken away in a form of trafficking. Now, what kind of a representative he is? What kind of an MP he is? Now, how do somebody has to conclude about such parliamentarian? Government of India knows its rules. If he has to give a legal support, as per international standards, it knows to give. But you as a parliamentarian, who doesn't talk about the atrocities of your own parliamentary people, about the education, health, Waqf board properties, I'll talk about only the Muslim community. You do not want to stand up for the women. You oppose 33.3 reservation, where women wants to come forward. You oppose UCC, but you want to talk about the justice and want to talk about the legal help to be extended to ISIS person. Now, I think as a common man, this is something I cannot understand. That too by a parliamentarian.
Madhavi Latha, you know, if it was in terms of social media attraction, and my last point here is, viewers, very interesting candidate, very vocal, very aggressive, but can she really beat Asaduddin Owaisi on the ground? And my last question to you is, Madhavi ji, that even people who say that you are fighting very hard say she's going to fight hard, but given the demography of Hyderabad, given the Muslim population of Hyderabad, it's a mountain she can't climb. She'll try to climb it, but she won't reach the top. Because unless she has the support of some segment of the Muslim community, and at least a small but substantial segment of the Muslim community, victory is beyond possibility for her. So, straight question in the context of she can get the attention, she'll be spoken about across the country, but can she really beat Asaduddin Owaisi in Hyderabad?
Arnab ji, I would only want to tell about this in 3 statements. Number 1, when a woman has climbed Mount Everest, before she could climb, everybody thought she cannot. But once she climbed Mount Everest, people had to shut their mouth. My second statement, he could never be a friend to his own community people. He could never bring up these pasmandas. He never had sympathy for them. He never encouraged women. Even in a constituency, UP, where Yogi Adityanath ji hai, there also Muslims were given pasmandas 2 ministries. Wherein, in his own constituency, he doesn't give pasmandas seats. He doesn't encourage women. People are frustrated with him. Yes, they may find it difficult to come out and tell because they are scared whether they live even till the date of voting. But Arnab ji, let me tell you, it is not that every day is a person's day. There will be a day when every person like him has to realize that we cannot win through wrong ways and means. Now this year, it's going to be the most interesting and a crucial year because we're going to win and show you. And for all you want, All India Pasmanda Muslim Mahaz has come to me today to show its extension of a friendly hand and saying that they would love to work with me because they find me as their future and their development unbiased. And this is which will tell you that Pasmandas and that Muslim who has been affected by Asaduddin are with me. Arnab ji, we are going to win this seat and we are going to show that abki baar Hyderabad और Hyderabad से हम 400 पार करा के रहेंगे. And it is possible.
I must say this. So much. There's a lot of social media online support for you, Madhaviji. First time we are talking. I quite admire the way in which you're leading the campaign. You're going into minority areas. You even quote various Hindu texts. You're very knowledgeable. I must appreciate that. Asaduddin, I have known him for some time. But at some level, he has a problem with me, Madhaviji. He will come with any other anchor on Republic, but he will not come one-on-one with me. But if he comes, would you like to come on a debate with him? Because this Hyderabad contest is being followed across the country. Should I send him an invitation that if he agrees that you will debate him on the Republic network?
Definitely, Arnabji. It's a privilege first to be in your program. And I would say it's an honor that I am in your interview today. He doesn't want to come to your interview because he also knows that you are one such bombarding interviewer who only wants truth to prevail.
But if he agrees on the interview, I'll tell you, I'll take the flight, I'll come to Hyderabad, and it would be wonderful to do that, and I'll send in the letter today itself. Madhaviji, I wish you best of luck, and I thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you so much, Madhaviji. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Madhavi Latha, and I think we should send that interview request to Asaduddin Owaisi and see if he comes face to face with her. Moving on.